Hello, if you like saving money or like coding or like ChatGPT or like AI or like any of that, then this is for you. Okay, now that I've got your attention because that was my intro hook, I only take about 3 seconds. Let's just hop right into it. So this is going to be an overview of a program, a little simple app I developed using ChatGPT as an exercise to understand what ChatGPT is capable of when it comes to coding. When it comes to coding experience, I have virtually no coding experience. I've only coded using ChatGPT, and the term I came up with that jumped out at me while I was working on this would be like my 5th or 6th project, is ChatGPT can build you the Legos, but you still need to piece together the structure. So this video will be kind of showcasing that a little bit. I'll just kind of talk to you about the functionality of this app. It's going to be a saving money app because the issue with saving money, I feel, is that it's not fun. You don't feel it. Like when you work at a job, you feel what you're making when you get your paycheck, whether that's daily, if you're like in the, with tips or something like that, or if it's weekly, you know what I mean? From a factory job, or biweekly with like most retail jobs, most like, I don't know, just whatever. There's monthly, biweekly, weekly, whatever. You feel your work, you know what I mean? Because you open up your app on your cell phone, you look at the bank app, and it fills up. And then you feel it because you see the result of it. But when you save money, one of the problems I've identified is you don't feel it because you don't see it. So that was what I was aiming to look at here with this application. I know this isn't very, maybe I can just zoom in on this in post. Yeah, I'll do that in post. So essentially what we got here is we have a work entry and savings tracker. So essentially what you do is you type in your activity, just kind of break it down. So activity is I drank one less V8 today, and that is attached. Then we have the measurement type, which is task, items, or hours worked. So then there's 2 different types. So then like task or item, this is one time I saved by drinking one less V8. So then I did that one time. So then that was worth about 90 cents. So then the category is just going to be whatever you want, and I'll kind of explain what that is about a little bit later. But essentially then you would just enter whatever. I'm just going to put in whatever. So then when you do that, you have your add entry button here, and you're going to click it, and it's going to pop up a little motivational quote here. Awesome effort. Okay. That's just to give you, this was just, these are all whatever. This is all placeholders for something that can be expanded upon later. But so it gives you a little motivational quote right here. Bang. Now you have a current month entries live tracker, whatever. So when you close the application or reload it or whatever, you can then, it'll just pop up. So let me just demonstrate that function real quick. So boom, I'll come down here and pop that open again, and it should reload, and it should have that data saved right in there. Boom, so there it is. Right back to where we started. So now we have a monthly goal, which is $100. That's my first goal. And then what we have saved, we have 90 cents, and it tells you the percentage points of how close you are to that goal. Now, obviously, $100 a little bit easy to conceptualize the percentage points, but this is why we have a button down here called monthly goal. So essentially what I wanted to do is have it like this. So the functionality could be $10. For your first month, you're going to set it to $10. Now we're 9% of the way there. And then if you were to hit that goal, you could adjust by going up to $15 for the next month. And now we have a new monthly goal here. Or if we wanted to go for $100, so that's what I was going for mine, we can increase it by like $25 a month. And it just reloads the monthly goal right here. So now we have current month's entries, which will show us a live chart of name, unit type, units, savings per unit, total savings category, whatever, timestamp, and when you entered it, so that you just have a visual representation of what's been going on so far. So then, for instance, let me do an hourly example like I was saying. So I'm going to do making potatoes into hash browns from scratch. That's kind of lengthy, I know, but yeah, I did that for about 2 hours, and it saves me about $7.62 an hour, but we'll just round that up to 8, so we'll just say $16 in the category labor. So we're going to add that entry, and we got another pop-up motivation. Cool, feel really good. Yeah, it seems silly, but any little bit helps. So now we have 2 entries here. We got making potatoes. We got drank one less V8s, and we have 2 different categories here. So that if we come down to our buttons here, we have view summary pie chart. So if we pop that, bang, it brings us a pie chart of where our savings is coming from. So we have 2% from whatever, and then we have 97.3% from our labor. We can zoom in, move around, whatever. We can configure subplots, or we could save the figure as its own little file on our computer somewhere, etc. So it's just another way to look at it, just track data, okay? So now the next button we have is reset month, and it'll archive this to a CSV file that our program will be able to draw from. Bing. So I popped it. So it tells us data archive for 2024-12, which is, I think, like the year. Like, I don't know. I think outside of America, they do it differently. It's like year, month, and day. When we do month, day, year, whatever. But I don't really care that much. It just gets the job done. Or we could have exported it to a CSV file, which we could have a printable version of our data if we wanted to print this out and then like report this to something or someone, or have just like a physical copy of our savings or whatever, just so you can have it. So now it's archived. And so we have a month we can select from, and we have timestamps that we can select from, and we can load snapshots from the past. So we can just go bang, pops it, and then we get an archive summary, which just tells us what it is, what our total savings were, and our category breakdown of where the savings go. There's no pie chart here, but though we have that. And then from our snapshots as well, we can export those to a CSV as well. So essentially too, then other functionality that is in this is like the motivation. The motivation. So the more you save, the better it is. So I'll just do 1, 1, 1, 1. And as you can see, it is better than nothing. Okay. And then if we do 1, 1, 15, category 1, if we put that in, boom, you'll see amazing progress. So we'll have like punctuation and an exclamation point at the end. And yes, that seems a little silly. I understand, but like those little progressions in dopamine are going to actually add up. So let's say, for instance, I created another tier, which would be $100 or further dollars or whatever. We get dominating, whatever, and there's like, I had an idea to play a sound file or have like an animation pop up on the screen or whatever, but I just wanted to get this to a workable point to then talk about and reflect on and just whatever. This is going to be for my own personal use, because before, how I was tracking savings was that I was using paper, writing it down by hand, but you always lose papers. I get papers all over the place, and notebooks and random pieces of scratch paper and stuff. And I just wanted a more compact like solution for that, and just like something for me to just have a place, just make this a habit, just to type in all of my savings things here and then just track them forever, whatever. Just set a goal, because you set a goal and then you want to work towards it, and then you want to make those goals. At least that's the type of person I am. If I set a goal, I want to hit it because I want to feel good. And in creating this and now making the video, these were two different goals that I had already set for myself, and to be honest, they feel really good. So that's my kind of thing here. I guess part 2 of this is now let's just begin. How did I make this? So essentially,